top of the order, and the bases are juiced. And the Giants probably trying to pick up a strikeout here, but a double play also very much in order. As you can see, the infield playing back, so they're not really considering the run at home, which makes sense. You're up by 6 runs. No reason to sacrifice outs to try and keep a run from scoring. Williams coming into this game with 4 games of work under his belt. His last time out was June 29th in Bethesda. He threw 2 innings that night, giving up 2 runs.
And you talk about what could be a big punch out here, if he could find it. This is hit well in the air to center. Lackey will make the catch. He will throw to third. Not in time, but another run comes home for DC. A wasp is just assaulting me here in the booth right now.
I think everything that can go wrong today is going wrong.
I look down. I'm just...
Well, I just see you standing up, and I'm like, what's going on? And I just see a big wasp chilling on your
just
shoulder.
hanging out of my arm.
Yeah.
He found a
He's having
spot
nice
to
day.
sit.
Oh. And now I know he's coming back for me next. He's already got one of us.
Yeah.
So we are on the lookout here on the Gaithersburg Giants broadcast network.
Surprisingly, not the first encounter that I've had with a wasp in this calendar year.
Wow.
During a broadcast.
Wow.
I know. How random is that?
It's just maybe we need to let them on the mic a little bit. Maybe that's what they want.
Maybe, yep. You know, I have that special guests tab.
Yeah. I
Maybe
think
we should just put wasp. That's a ball there from Williams.
I think we need to do that. I mean, because maybe he just wants in on the fun, because we're having so much fun.
We have
here on the Giants broadcast.
As bad as all of our technology has been today, we've had a great time.
Yeah.
Whether that be the camera going out, whether that be the hotspot overheating, the mic not working, it's just been a weird day. That's a foul ball down the line and left.
Yeah, but all is well that ends well. Giants hoping to stay on top here.
Metro Braves are up on the crop dusters, which is huge if you're the Giants.
Yeah, because crop dusters are, besides the big train, the only other team that has any semblance of a chance at the division.
Of robbing the division from the Giants.
So, at this point, if you're Gaithersburg, it's root against the crop dusters, root against the big train.
I'm going to do some quick math here to see if the Giants have qualified for the playoffs yet. I mean, they will, but wonder if they have. I don't know why I haven't looked at that. That ball's hit well down the line, and that's fair. That will score 1. Coming home is another Gray, and just like that, it's 9-6. DC not going down without a fight.
Yeah, that's a really good piece. High pitch there out over the plate, and just breaks right into the heart of the plate, and a really good swing there for DC, and 2 runs brought in. All of a sudden, it's a pretty close game we're talking about here. Only 3 runs separating these 2 squads.
So the Giants, with the win tonight, how about this? A win tonight, I believe, would clinch a playoff berth.
Wow.
I'd have to check on that because the T-Bolts already lost today to the Senators. And that is hit over the head of Gibbs. And another run will score, and it's 9-7.
Now back for the Grays, designated hitter number 12,
And the pitching has just struggled this inning. Plaint was leaving some pitches out over the plate, got hammered a little bit. Now Williams having some problems as well.
So that ball is hit well to left. There is Powell for out number 2. My goodness. Has this game changed over the course of this inning?
And one big inning, a lot of baseball games, you'll hear, whoever has the big inning wins the game. The problem in this one is that both teams have had some massive innings, and Gaithersburg trying to avoid this from becoming that infamous big inning for the Grays.
So the Giants can clinch the playoffs with a win tomorrow. That is currently how things stand, if they can win tonight. But that's easier said than done, as that ball is ripped foul. If you're Bethesda right now, you're licking your chops. You're seeing the Giants, who were once up 9-2, seeing the tying run come to the plate for the Grays. And a loss here for the Giants and a win tonight for Bethesda cuts it down to 2 games. A difference which, by the way, could be entirely erased if the Big Train can just sweep the Giants the rest of the way. That would give them the tiebreaker. And that would give them the division.
So it's scary for the Giants because...
You can't mess around here.
Yeah. As big of a lead as you may have, it's always big until all of a sudden it isn't.
Right. Full count. Strike 3! And Williams will keep the Giants' lead intact. But not before the Grays played 5. Bottom 6 coming up here from Gaithersburg.
Head to the bottom of the 6. Giants lead 9-7. For the Giants, right fielder number 23, Aiden Robbins.
Aiden Robbins will stand in. So-called tribal chief of the Gaithersburg Giants. He sits at the head of the... you know what? I'm just going to stop myself right there. Daniel and I have been making so many WWE jokes since WWE Night, and Robbins has opted to keep the song, and it's doing wonders for him. Another base knock for Aiden Robbins.
Aiden Robbins.
You can't change it now.
You can't. And I mean, the fact is he was doing well before then, and somehow it's been better. Ever since that's become his walk-up song. I mean, Aiden Robbins, man. I mean, he has been unreal for the Giants this summer.
He's
so good.
Having one of the best offensive seasons a Giant has ever had. We don't have WAR in this league, but I kind of wish we did, just to see, the numbers that Aiden Robbins is putting up, quite simply, are not making sense.
And he's just doing it so consistently and contributing in other facets of the game as well.
And Sheeler will hit this one well. Here's a chance for two. The throw is in time, and Robbins is doubled up.
Well, there's nothing you could do on that one.
Now back for the Giants.
Robbins
Number 32, Andrew
almost
Hall.
gets punished because he got such a good jump on that.
Here's the 1-0. It's taken there by Hollop for a strike. Hollop off the end of the bat. Hit that into right. And the catch is made for out number 3, Giants. Trying to shut the door with their pen. They lead by 2 with 3 innings to go.
Giants lead 9-7.
Welcome back.
That was 3.
We are melting here in Gaithersburg. Thankfully, this is our last 5 p.m. game, so from now on,
Yeah, you can say that again.
yeah. Cole Williams still on the mound. And that's hit softly to third. Holub the throw in time. That's important out.
Really important now on a good pitch too. Jams him up inside, and that's what we need to see from Williams, who did struggle a little bit in the last inning. He was missing a lot out of the strike zone. The guy before him, Plaint, was missing a lot into the strike zone. So it's good to see Williams back to form here in this inning.
One out count, nobody on, and one away. That'll find the zone, and how about that pitch from Williams? Giants are trying their best to hang on here and set up what would be the biggest game of their season tomorrow.
And this is where manager TJ Brockway is going to be tempted to use some of the best arms out of his bullpen in a game like this where you were up 7 runs at a point. You would obviously prefer to save those arms when they're playing the big train tomorrow, but know that if the Giants get in a bit of a pickle, Brockway will not hesitate to go to some of those guys.
That's fouled away, and you're exactly right, Sammy. That's kind of the point that I was hinting at earlier, but the inning ended before I could finish it, where if you're the big train, you're licking your chops right now. You saw 9-2, and you were saying, okay, we're going to get the top arms tomorrow, but Brockway may just have to use them tonight because the Giants need to win this game.
And that's why contributions from Williams right here on the mound are going to be huge, because the more he can give the Giants right here, they can save Gonzalez and they can save Bramsway, who are fresh off of pitching just the other day.
Tanner
Sanderoff,
another guy.
Sanderoff for tomorrow.
Full count. Fouled back. And that's where it was tough to see Plaint not be able to get an out before coming out, because Brockway probably wanted him maybe to get 2 innings today with the lead that they had. But, once there's any, hint of danger at this point in the year, you have to be better safe than sorry, and you have to play each game. You can't really worry about the future. That's ball 4.
Now batting for the Braves, left fielder number 9, Anthony Ruocco.
And TJ Brockway is going to come out. Just as you said, we will see a pitching change, and we will step away here on the Giants Broadcast Network. Nathan Farmer will stand in for this all-important spot. Arauco at the plate. Let's see what Anthony Arauco can do. With a runner on first and one out. Hit well in the air, center field. Lackey running back. Get him made? No, he does not. And the runner trips and falls. There's a chance for a play at third. They've got him in a rundown. Now they're going to throw to first, and he's in a rundown. Somebody's got to cover first base. Nobody's there, and everybody's going to be safe. Giants do not get an out on that play.
That is one of the most wild sequences you'll see
But
on a baseball diamond. And
at the end of the day,
frankly, the Giants should have gotten an out.
that's a net win for the Giants, though, because that absolutely should have been a run off the bat.
Yeah.
That should have been a double.
was a double, essentially, until
But
the
then he
runner at
turned
second
around.
had to retreat. But still, that's a
Greg Marmo-
situation where they could have gotten an out, and they need outs.
You're right, but at the end of the day, I think the Giants would take that in the sense of it should be 9-8 with the runner on second right now, and instead, Giants could maybe turn two. Swing and miss there.
And Farmer's a guy who could certainly get you a ground ball, loves to pitch low in the strike zone, just took out the changeup that time, and that's a good pitch that you'll see him throw quite a lot.
So Michael Malice at the dish. Runners on the corners. Malice will swing and miss.
And that time it's the slider getting the big swing and miss from Farmer, and got hit hard on the what should have been a double, but he's right back in the strike zone, aggressively throwing strikes.
0-2. Just missing. And that's a tough play because I think that honestly, at the end of the day, that was on Farmer for not covering first base because you can't, usually it's the catcher covers first. You can't have the catcher cover first when there's a runner on third base. He would have just walked home. So,
Someone's got to be there.
yes.
Yeah. Whether the right fielder.
Runner goes. They've got him picked off. And Danny Sheeler tried to hold the runner at third base. You got to throw to second there and let them decide if they want to throw home. Very cautious there from Sheeler.
I see it because in a game like this, you don't want to risk sending in any runs, as a throw to second base could have warranted the runner at third to score, but you also need outs. And
Now a base hit ties this game. Whereas you could have gotten the out, and you're right, if a run would have come home.
really the Giants should have gotten that out on that weird play where the runner tripped going to third base. I mean, that was an opportunity presented to them that they could not take advantage of.
That was great base running. Strike three called. Well, that'll help. One of the weirdest innings of Giants baseball you'll ever see. And finally, something goes their way. A punch out. And now any out would end the inning.
It's a gorgeous pitch. Slider, backdoor, right on the low and away corner to a righty. Right where you want it from Farmer. And he's got to keep making good pitches. This is a huge, huge spot. Top of the order now, I believe. And 2 runners in scoring position.
And will just miss inside. So 2 away, 1-0 count, two in scoring position, and a base knock ties this game. And that will get away from White. Now there's going to be a play. No, Farmer's going to hold, and I like that there. If you don't get that out, a run does score. And there's already 2 outs. Great job by Farmer to get to home plate. And a great job by White to get to that baseball. That saves a run. Just an odd inning. 2-0. And that will miss high. Can the Giants find a way out of trouble?
And at this point, 3-0, there's no reason to put anything close to the strike zone here. Maybe a chase pitch, but at this point, you may as well just walk him, give yourself a force out anywhere you go with 2 outs.
He will do just that.
And that's a good pitch. With the top of the order up,
Now batting for the Grays,
in Lehman.
52, Brady Steiner.
Lehman's a guy who's been doing damage for these Grays all summer long. He's been one of their best hitters, leads the team in batting average heading into play today. So 3-0 on him. If you give him anything to hit, he will punish you and he will tie up this game. So 3-0, a smart decision by Farmer to just let one in the dirt. And now it's a chance to reset, get your mechanics back, and attack Steinert, who has also been solid for them, but not the same type of power and not the same on-base ability that Lehman has provided throughout the summer.
Steiner takes ball 1. You can't have that.
Needed a strike there, and yet at this point you have to attack. There's no reason to be passive.
You can't, after
Trust the
all
defense.
of that, you can't walk in a run. You just cannot have that. That's down the middle. One with the bases juiced. And that'll miss. Here's the back pick. Sheeler had to make sure that did not get by him.
Wow. A panic there for Gaithersburg, as we have seen in games before for this team, a back pick heading into right field and allowing a run to score. And a great play at first base to keep it in front and effectively save a run.
2-1. Fouled back, and now the Giants are a strike away from getting out of this terrible, no good, very bad inning.
Some really good pitches here, the past 2 from Farmer. He just has to make one more good pitch.
Two with 2 outs. Huge pitch in this game from Farmer. Bounces away. Now the runner's going to try to score. The tag is not in time, and it's a 1-run game.
That was just not the pitch that should have been made there. With the bases loaded, 2 outs, yes, you want to chase pitch, 2 strikes, but you want to avoid something in the dirt. And as good as Barham White has been, that's a ball that just isn't blockable for him.
But now the Grays can take the lead with the base hit. After all of that.
And that's frustrating when you were so close, you had the bases loaded, a force out was in play, all of that now goes in the trash can because a ball was thrown in the dirt with 2 outs and a runner at third base.
Now it's tough to see with the cloud of dust in front of us right now.
Because, of course,
Giants were up 9-2 in this game. That lead has evaporated over the course of 2 innings. Full count pitch is outside, and that would have walked in a run anyway. And now out comes TJ Brockway, and the Giants are going to make another change. We will step away here on the Giants Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Gaithersburg, and what went from a very comfortable game is no longer for the Giants. 9-8 after it was 9-2. And Gonzalez will get a swing and miss, and I know the Giants are very confident in his ability to get out of this jam, but quite simply, you didn't want to see him pitch tonight. That will miss. Same spot, no swing that time. And you wonder if he can get a quick out here. Maybe, just maybe, his day is done and you will see him tomorrow. That's fouled away.
Well,
It's going to be interesting to see because the Big Train are going to have a decision. Do they put out the big guns against the Aces tonight, trying to stay in the race? Or do they risk losing tonight and save the good pitching for tomorrow? 1-2. Off the end of the bat, Sheeler looking back, and he makes the play. Aiden Gonzalez comes in and shuts the door. And we will move on to the bottom of the seventh. Time to stretch here at Gaithersburg. KC Gibbs will stand in against Jeremiah Holder, who has held up this game.
Yeah, he's only given up 2 earned runs in 3 innings now of work. And he's held this game exactly where the Grays have needed him to hold it at. Just like his name